So did you want to go back? Is there other things that you want to share around the childhood and growing up that kind of, and we'll lead into the progression? So,
yeah, okay. Yeah. So the childhood stuff, as I said before, it was always very much experiencing the true universe, as I would say, the true seeing more than what we could physically see here. So tuning into the dimensional spaces and stuff like that, communicating with the beings in the out-of-body state and physically as a kid. Now that, like I said, I shut that down due to fear as a kid because I'm not understanding what I understand now. And then with shutting that down due to fear, it's like I put the wall in front of me, and that wall stopped all contact and experiences. And it wasn't until I was around 16 years old is when it sparked back up again. Because at that point, I got to some level of like, I just want to know it again. I want to see it. And I got to the point when I was 16 where, I was just like, well, show me everything now, or else I'm making an ultimatum. If you don't show me everything now, I'm going to figure it out the next day. Things started to slowly kick back online again because I wasn't in so much fear. I was still in fear, but it was a slow process of kicking back on. But that's when it actually led me into that age, around 16 to 18, stuff like that. Like I'm still physical now, but I was very, very hyper focused on physical training, thinking that somehow, being mastering my physical body would give me some sort of spiritual, heightened ability. And that's not true either. It gives you a mindset and focus of things, even to the point, right, from Australia to Morocco, and I was in Morocco for 9 months, and then from Morocco I went to Norway, to then France, then Germany, Spain, Portugal, then caught a ferry back to Morocco, then went back to the States to set myself up again, just to get my bearings again, and then from there came back to Australia, went physical training, to try to take all of my energy, because I have so much energy, and funnel that into something. And this is where I even, when I talk about me wanting to master my physical body, like I pretty much wanted to master my physical capabilities as much as I can, and mastering my physical body in a art form. So that's when I started to look into, where I also achieved what you would say is achieving mastery over one's body, in the physical sense. Be passive. That means go with the flow. When your soul is like an ocean of itself, that when you project that energy, it is literally unstoppable with whatever you put your focus on. And I've done that in the physical sense, and I'm doing that now with the out-of-body sense as well, because I understand the power and the authority that I hold, and each and every soul holds as well, if they truly desire to pursue that path. And so that was basically to actually understanding how to control it more, which is the focus that I've been doing with that, teaching people how to achieve it, and also accessing the other side and doing what they consider, what they say is the great work, which is waking people up to the other side. Because once they wake up to here, they wake up to everything.
Yeah. Wow, perfectly said. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Focus and dedication and that simplicity, does that come natural to you, or is that master? Because I giggle about myself, because I think focus and dedication is something I can be really in and out of.
To my guidance and the voice that people usually shut down, right? And they shut it down, and they don't follow their path, and they don't follow their heart, because their field is not clean, because their field is influenced by the influence that they have in their life, and they're afraid to step into their unique signature, be who they truly are, because they're afraid of what other people may think in their field and their thought forms, creating roadblocks and all this stuff, when really that person needs to step out of all of those things, right, and disconnect from that, and just walk his own path, right? in particular with, I mean, because you're bringing up females, and this is both for females and men, and just the soul at large. Like I said before, people have become so docile and weak, and I don't, it's like they don't really understand that they are like, for instance, when you go to the cathedrals, which is part of the heavenly realms, realm 5 within this construct, right? These
the action, and we all have an aspect of that within us. It's not about men or female, but it's preventing that, stepping into your power and taking that action.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. It's but if we're just talking about here, realm 1, like you know, then they don't even have an ounce of testosterone, I would say, anymore. You know.
And I mean, how can we break that down and how that is done in the distortion of the inversion that we're kind of in but ending right now? Like, how have you seen that playing out, you know, in different ways? Like, I can think of a few, but I don't want to put words into your mouth. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Train of, you know, masculine right now, because that's the train that you want to. All right, so let's just go on the train of masculine, and
then come back here. Was there
showed me, which made me want to come back, because she showed me where this place was at the time, that it's not necessarily about that, it's about the soul, right? Now, when she showed me where this place was, she gave me this choice so many times to present day, more times that I could count anymore. But I always choose to come back from the out of body state as well.